is what I want to present. I wanted to present today. Dress code. Let's have a look at that. And I will, in most cases, I will be using GA as my teaching aid. So, you will be invited to go to Adjudicate. When you reach there, how are you supposed to relate with the people who have invited you? When you reach, like for example, if you are greeting someone, how are you supposed to, for example, I'm greeting GA, how are you GA? Is that right? Greet your neighbor the right way, how you're supposed to greet. There are some greetings. Okay. There are some greetings which are not acceptable in some settings, especially official settings. For example, you get to an office and you are seeing your boss and you are like, or you get to your office and you say, boss. When you official greeting for your bosses or your seniors, you just say, that is it. Sio ile ya mrembe swa mrembe mno. Hiyo ni yetu na Wafula peke yake. Sawa. Ama chamge kotaka inne. So that is it about the greetings. Let's look at this. I want you to look at yourself. How have you dressed today? You think you are comfortable to go for adjudication? Is that so? Yes, we have casual dressing, and you can dress like me, you can dress like Etienne, you can dress like Dr. Isaiah. All those are different dress code. Look at us. If you come to the Ministry of Education, or any other ministry, you don't dress like this from Monday to Thursday, but you can do this on Friday. That's why in most cases you see us in suits, and you really wonder, I saw someone commenting on Facebook when we were receiving the PS in our Kenya Music Festival, our Juwangi Kuva African attire. But it is protocol. I cannot go and receive my PS nikiwa na kitenge. But we can do that in the evening. Wakati tunaenda dinner, I will do that, and it will be okay. Sorry. And look at that before I explain. Are you seeing that? We have the professional attire and the cultural attire, and all these are acceptable. If I'm going to know this time, there is a way I will dress. As a lady, I will not go there putting on a trouser. I will be sensitive to the culture of the people in that area. If I'm sent to Turkana, it is hot, the same as Coast. So you can put on casual attire like Mr. Etienne. If I'm going to Central, it is cold. I will know how to dress. So let's look at this. This is for men. Anybody with a necktie, check your tie. Chairman, where is your necktie? Let's see the width and the length. Okay, some of us put on a tie yenye inafika hapa. Wengine wanavaa yenye inaenda kufunika vitu zingine hapo. Your tie should come up to your belt, where your belt is. Is that okay? And let's look at your belt. I will use Chairman today. Chairman, how is your belt? Eric, let me see your belt. Your belt and the shoe. Come here. I've seen somebody there with some serious suit also. Look at those shoes. These are the right shoes. These are the right shoes. Let me see the belt. Chairman, ameanguka hesabu kwa belt. If your shoe is black, your belt is supposed to be black. If your shoe is brown, the belt is supposed to be brown. This necktie is okay. Are you looking at that? Yes. Even the colors, Chairman, ni nao umepata color necktie. This is right. Is that okay? For men, don't put on a belt with a very huge buckle. This is very okay, and this is. I will not touch your things. I still need you, Eric. Wacha tusisumbue Chairman. This suit is okay, is that so? Because your shirt is supposed to be seen at the sleeve like this. Usivae shati inaishia hapa, alafu koti imepita, ama koti imekuja mpaka kwa mikono hapa. This is okay. Men should dress like this. This shirt is okay. It is okay. It is buttoned nicely and he has tucked in. So I think Eric is our very, very good example. Socks. I hope they are not on. Yes. And I am not prepared him, by the way, but I think he understands. Men should put on socks. Is that okay? This idea of putting on shoes without socks, alafu you are seated there adjudicating and people are taking pictures of your torn socks. We have seen this in social media. I don't want to show it here, but we have seen people with torn socks. Kiatu pia imeraruka huko kwa sole. Invest in good things if you are going out there to adjudicate. Ankles should not be visible. This trouser is okay. Usivae trouser yenye inafika hapo. Thank you, Eric. The shoes are clean and nicely polished. You've passed the tests. So, men, are we together? Dress in a way you represent your institution. Dress in a way you represent Kenya Music Festival. I've seen men putting on very huge clothes. Unaona mtu anatembea hivi, and a very young man. And then you are like, if you put on a coat which hangs, the sleeves, I mean, inafika hapa, ujue hiyo ni kubwa. It should just end like this. So check yourself if you are putting on oversized clothes. They should not be oversized. They should not be tight. Look at that. Your buckle should be like this. Somebody is telling me I have 5 minutes, surely, GA. I am the ears. Men, this is how your belt should be. And belt should not be afterthought. I really don't find it easy when I see a man putting on a trouser, tucked in shirt without a belt. Now, Nanga, too, there is something wrong with you. They should be good quality. You should have at least 2 belts, black and brown. I've talked about the buckles. Look at the shoes. I'll not say much about the shoes. At least we've understood. But those shoes should be very, very clean. Don't make people uncomfortable when you remove your shoes. Watu wanafikiri kuna panya amekufa hapa karibu. And I know hata hapa ndani saa hii kuna mtu akiinua kiatu hivi mnaanza kusema maybe there is somebody doing something. Now let's look at the ladies. Don't go and scare children with a lot of makeup. You are seated there adjudicating like this with what do we call this? Eyebrows, eyelashes. Unafanya hivi mtoto anashangaa huyu. Unafanyia hivi macho. When the adjudicator with long nails, we should be very, very conservative with our makeup. Of course, when you put on a dark suit, the blouse should be bright. Like I have blue, I've chosen red with red shoes. Sindio? Kama we ni mtu wa stocking, you know how to match that. Let's look at the hair. Hair should be tidy. I've not seen a serious case about the hair here. We are all okay. When you are going out there to adjudicate, don't put on very, very big hair, like nikiachilia hii yangu inakuja kufunika uso, alafu unaandika kidogo unafanyia hivi. Unaandika kidogo unafanya hivi. You will not concentrate. Just tie your hair nicely like this, or just if you have lines, it is okay. Your perfume should be your perfume alone, not for all of us. Some people, when they pass, utaweza fuata, utaweza nusa. Have you seen a dog passing like this? I don't know what they normally follow, but you can follow where this person has passed, because that perfume is too strong. Some people are allergic to perfume, so let's be very, very minimal. Clothes should be well-fitting, not tight, not big. Select the right dress for the right occasion. Like, if you invite me for a dinner and I appear like this, utashangaa, sindio? I'm okay now for this function, but I will not be okay in a different function. Of course, we've been told avoid materials that creases easily, and minimize the colors you're wearing. If you are putting on black, don't go more than 5 colors, mpaka unakaa kama Christmas tree. I will not talk about the communication protocol. But let me talk briefly on key principles in communication. Issues to do with clarity when you are communicating. This is still protocol, the way you communicate. Your message should reach home. If you communicate and no one understands what you are saying, that means you've not done anything. When you go out there to adjudicate, the only person who is supposed to maybe reach out to us is that chair of adjudicators. Or don't post anything in social media before informing us. I wanted to talk briefly about the phone etiquette. When you are adjudicating, make sure you make good use of your phone. Some of us tell us we are using it for timing. Let that phone be on silent mode. Don't pick calls when students are on stage. If you must, wait for them to finish and then you go outside. If it is an emergency, you just need to wait until there is no one on stage. You can put your phone on vibration mode and choose a normal ringtone. Can you imagine? And there is this what we call callback. What do we call? Like when I call you and then there is a song singing there. That's skizzer tune. Can you imagine? The PS is calling you, alafu kuna ringtone hapo hivi inasema nyaugenya sweetie bella baby. And the PS is the one calling you. So you can minimize on that, even the ringtone. And then we need to avoid official calls in social places. No speakerphone without consent. When you call me, I will not put you on a loudspeaker before informing you. You need to inform someone. I'm putting you on loudspeaker. There is a friend of mine, I cannot put her calls on loudspeaker. Because she will start with something. Utasikia kugonga hiyo simu upasue kwanza if it is a loudspeaker. I don't know if she's in this room. So when you call someone, kindly inform them that you're putting them on a loudspeaker. Yeah, I don't know where it is. I'll not talk about that. GA is harassing me. But I'll talk briefly about behavior in public and social media. When you sit somewhere, do you represent Kenya Music Festival? Do you represent the ministry? The way you talk, the way you behave. Some of us, sometimes we might take wine, we might take, and then all of a sudden you start speaking. So, if you know that you are that kind of person, choose the people you work with, choose the people you stay with. Because if someone takes a picture of you, we've posted you to Nyanza to adjudicate, and then in the evening you are dancing somewhere, doing some funny things, and then it goes to social media, it will be very, very bad. So choose where to take whatever you are taking. If need be, don't even leave your hotel room. You will have time to go and do that. Or avoid controversial or political comments online. You are going to adjudicate somewhere and then you start telling people, unajua mimi ni one term. Na uko pahali pa 2 term. So as adjudicators, we avoid politics at all costs. Don't go discussing politics, telling people, unajua sisi huko Mombasa Mwaringa, sisi ni watu wa 2 term sasa, watu wa huko, and then you are telling an adjudicator who is 1 term. Do not share confidential information or documents. I like the way normally a TAN keeps our documents very, very confidential. I know he learned that in NEC. So don't share every other document you get, you just want it to urusha huko online. Avoid that. Uphold the ministry's values and mission in all public appearance. Is that so? In this case, we say, uphold the Kenya Music Festival values and mission in all public appearance. And last year, there was a photo which went viral online, and everybody was saying, "Oh, you're the adjudicator." Some lady with earrings, which looks like a man's organ. And who saw that? Yes, there was some earrings, and everybody was saying, "If this is an adjudicator." Briefly, I will not talk about this because of time, the dining etiquette, but let me just talk briefly on how you need to manage yourself when you go outside there to adjudicate. You know you are there for a very few days. Don't go instructing those people that, you know me, I normally take kukuchoma during lunchtime. I take maybe nyama choma, I take this. Manage what you will be given. And of course, when you are eating, represent us. Do not go and eat like umefunguliwa pahali. You eat as you open your mouth like that, serve that again. You can give me that again. Give me this. Eat moderately. Use the culturally well. I'll not teach you that kila mtu anajua, si ndio? But if you need this, I can share with you. When you finish eating, if you must pick things from your teeth, kindly use a serviette and cover your mouth. Don't remove pieces of meat, opening your mouth like this. Cover your mouth and use a serviette. Na utoe tu kama umefunika mdomo. Don't pick things in your nose. Hata kama watoto wako stage. People are reciting and you are busy doing this. Where are you blowing it to? Use your handkerchief. And brush your teeth. Brush your teeth because you will not be sitting alone on that bench. Atutaki, you want to talk to your colleague and afanya hivi. Because your mouth is stinking. If you want to pick something on that table, kindly request for someone to hand it over to you. Usiamuke na kuanza. If I want some there, ninaanza kuamuka.
Around it.
Alafu chakula ya huyu iko hapa.
Around it 30.
Iko hapa. Ukiangusha, if your curtain falls, kindly just request someone to pick it for you. Usianza kutoa na kupanguza na serviette na uendelee. Do not serve or start serving before the host or before your seniors. I've seen people here, we cannot serve before the chairman serves. He is the most senior here. So, when you go outside there to adjudicate, if it is the RD or the CD or whoever, you just wait first and wait to be ushered in. Kindly serve. Usifika hapo na useme wapi chakula sasa. Always start from outside, working inside. We have what we call BMW. It is not Be My Wife. It is bread on the left, meal in the middle, and water on the right. BMW. Avoid to lean on your elbows on the table. People are eating and you are seated like this. You sit upright so that you can make use of your cutlery nicely. Do not complain or criticize the food. If you come to Bomet, I will give you mursik. Usianza kusema kwa nini wanaweka jifu kwa maziwa? It is us. It is our food. Do not start complaining, nani amepika hii nyama, iko na mafuta mingi. Nani sasa amepika? Sisi kwetu hata hatukulangi vitu kama hii. Don't criticize. Always excuse yourself when leaving the table. I'm finishing here. And that is it, unless someone has a question. What I want to say is that let us dress well, let us behave well when we go outside there. And that dressing well should start here. Who told you in this workshop we come here with shorts? Do you go to class with a short? Who told you in this workshop we put on very short clothes so that when you bend, we can see the future of the country? Before you leave that house or your hotel room, look at yourself and ask yourself, am I okay? Is that so? So I want to wish you all the best as you go outside there. Kindly represent us. Show people that we know how to dress, we know how to eat, we know how to behave, we know how to communicate, respecting one another. Sawa sawa. Unless someone has a question, I've really rushed and skipped so many things because of time. Next time, I think we are going to set a full session of this so that we can have more practical sessions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Executive Secretary. I'm sure you have gained quite a lot, some things that we have always taken for granted. We now are well guided. Thank you very much. I would like us now to give her another round of applause as we take this back to the program coordinator. Eric, thank you very much.
Asante. Let's also appreciate the session chair. Tumpigie makofi. I'm not so sure ES will guide us. I'm not so sure that appreciating one another is part of etiquette. So you appreciate your friends with somebody told me etiquette. Tumpigie makofi tena. That's better. Appreciating one another. If you want to appreciate me, please don't think twice about it. Just go ahead and do it. So we want to move on to the next session. And as they said, I'll be bringing to us the session chair, who is none other than Fred Shitubi, to be able to introduce the next presenter. Shitubi. Karibu sana.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce this beautiful lady, my sister-in-law, Lilian Neema, the daughter of Kapeku. I've known her for some time. She is bringing to us psychological preparedness for performance, managing anxiety, and building confidence for effective stage performance. Lilian is an SNE teacher, SNE special needs education, in French school for the deaf in Vihiga. She is a teacher of English and literature, and also a teacher of creative arts and sports. She is a trainer and author. of English poems, and even drama items, particularly for the Kenyan Sign Language. I know her as a very good narrator. She's a very good storyteller. I can confirm. I also know her as a good dancer in public. But I also guess even in privately, she's also a good dancer. Lillian is an adjudicator at all levels of the festival, both in music and drama. She's also a facilitator in both festivals to the national level. Lillian is an advocate for people living with disabilities. She is a voice for the voiceless. Let us appreciate Lillian as she takes the podium. Welcome, my own sister-in-law. Karibu.
Good morning, colleagues. Good morning. Tumeingia baridi. Hata mimi niliingia baridi kiasi because what our ES presented imefanya pia mimi mwenyewe nimejikagua. Sijui kama umejikagua. Imeniuzia baridi kiasi. And I believe that we are going to be on track. Sindio? We are really trying. So, my paper, Mr. Chikuku Shitubi has talked about it. The title is Psychological Preparedness for Performance. Before we prepare these learners for performance, I want to pose a question to us. When we were planning to come for this workshop, I know we had to plan, Sindio? Especially when we had 15 participants per county. What happened? We were like, will I be among the 15, Sindio? Then we had to prepare ourselves. How many new do we have here? I'm also a new. Anyone who is willing to share with me the experience when you got selected to come here, by show of hand? Microphone, please. Kuna madam pale in blue.
Okay, my name is Esther Moturi from Kisii County. When I saw in the media that the people who are going to present the county are 15, I started wondering. Then I gave a call to my county secretary, my Apple county secretary, Bwana Mr. Ogari. And I told him this, I ordered him, please save a space for me. And then he gave me a code and told me, then prepare yourself in pain. I was very happy. God bless you, Mr. Ogari, for remembering the rest fortune in the community. Thank you.
Okay, madam, I'm not done with you. Madam, please. Now, after Mr. Ogari had accepted that you're going to get a chance, as a new, how did you prepare yourself? What were your expectations when you walked into this hall?
Okay. The way I prepared, first I thought of how am I going to stay here. So I said, Namfuko iko bankrupt. What am I going to do now that I'm given this? I went to my HOI with humility. And then I told my HOI, please give me a chance from your office to go and represent the mentally handicapped at the national workshop. And then she told me, Madam, there is no money in the office, but I will give you registration and the fare. I said, that is at least it's okay. And then I maneuvered my own ways to meet other expenses, and I came this way.
What were your expectations of the workshop when you walked in here? What was the feeling? What did you expect to get?
Okay. The expectations as from other workshops, I thought we will reach here and then we go to our groups. But we are learning all together and I'm enjoying it now.
Thank you, madam.
Yeah.
Any other new with a different perspective on the same? There is a lady there in red. She's raising her hand.
Just raise your hand, sir. You are not the lady in red.
Is a gentleman over this side. Can I share my experiences?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. My name is Jonah Maitsi. I come from the Western region, Kakamega County in particular. Since those who joined last year and also this year are all new, so I'll start giving my experience from last year. After performing for quite a long time, I think last year I received an invitation. I was called by my county secretary and told me that I think you've matured enough. We need to take you to the national workshop. And I said, thank you, sir. So last year I prepared. I had never gone to Homa Bay, so it was a good experience. I actually started my journey quite early. We reached Homa Bay, and it was a nice experience. When we reached the national workshop, it was so exciting to come here and meet people. You only meet their names on the scores. Some of them you see them perform maybe on television, on international screens, and it was just nice to have an experience with them. Being a young person, I was actually interacting with so many musical gurus. I was so eager to learn, and I was so humble. And something that let me just say the experience we had in Kisumu was good. First of all, let me say the meals were good.
Thank you.
We ate a lot of fish. Now it came now to Nakuru. We have come here. Every time you come to the workshop, there's that excitement of you taking photos. So the other day I took a photo there and I posted, and somebody asked me, have you been transferred to Nakuru High School? Then I said, no, I'm there for a workshop. My experience has been good.
Thank you.
Learning.
Okay, the lady, before you speak, I wish you summarize your preparation, that is physically, financially, madam gave us, psychologically. Kindly.
Thank you. My name is Esther Mulyungi from Taita Taveta County. Personally, I was very happy when I got this opportunity. It wasn't easy because this is my third time trying. I want to appreciate Madam Gary for giving me this opportunity. Madam, may God bless you. My expectations were that when I come here, I'll get enough knowledge. I'll be able to become the best trainer because I've always trained. I prepared psychologically, and I thought that I'll be, I don't know, but I'm happy that we are interacting with anyone, with everybody. I can see some of my adjudicators here. We are seated together. It's the grace of God. I want to thank you so much. May God bless you. And I'm ready to learn. I'm taking a lot of knowledge to Taita Taveta County. God bless you.
Okay, thank you so much. Maybe because of time, I'll have to move ahead. We've heard from the new different expectations, the difference, preparedness that they had. I wish to give mine, and I've realized that people are more confident than me. The first time I attended a national workshop at Tomboya Labour College, when I was very tiny, I had a lot of fear. The moment I saw people that used to adjudicate me when I was a learner, then I was like, wow, I am misplaced. Everybody getting on stage is a doctor and a professor. Then I asked myself, what do I have to share with these people? Will I fit? And all the time I made sure that I sat at the center next to the people that I know, and anytime somebody wanted to pick somebody during the group work for the English elocution, I remember we had Professor LP Barasa and Professor Ongondo. I will try to make myself shorter, as tall as I am. Because anytime they talked about someone to present the soul of us, the youngest walikuwa wanakuwa picked. But that courage that I had in school and perform on stage and win, at that time I did not have it. Because I was around scholars. So I really wanted the 6 days move haraka haraka, and I prayed our watu wasinipost regional and national. Especially seeing Sylvester singing, and some of us were chased out of the school choirs because they could not locate our voices in the keyboard. It was tough. So I'm happy that you people are confident, and that is a clear indication that your learners are psychologically prepared. Maybe there are one or two things that I'll mention that you've not been doing, but one thing you need to know is that over-rehearsing is not enough for you to take a performer on stage. Either it's English elocution, music, or playing an instrument. You might rehearse for as many times as you can, and you can bear me witness that these learners sometimes surprise you. True or false? Yet you have done thorough rehearsal just because you have failed to prepare the learner psychologically. I want you to take a picture of this. I want all of us to close our eyes for like 30 seconds. Think of a situation that is very, very stressful. A situation that you did not see coming at the festival. You never expected it and you never imagined of it happening. I'm giving you 30 seconds to just meditate. Then tell me what you've meditated about. Anyone who is ready? So over there.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Godfrey Guaco from Kisii County. I teach in a small school called Nakuru. Now, I remember it was the year 2024 when we were in Eldoret. My team had qualified to perform in the Kisii folk song category. By the way, I do very well in that category. Now, transport normally is a big challenge, especially for our small schools that do not have buses. So the regional secretary had organized with the county secretaries. We had a transport schedule, and my team was supposed to travel together with Kiriri girls using the Kisii school bus. So on the day preceding the festival, and you have to travel early so that you perform tomorrow, I reached to the Kisii school principal and inform him that we have been allocated your bus, and I wanted to know how we communicate with the driver so that we leave early. And the Kisii school principal blatantly refused that my bus will not leave the school. I'm not a principal, so I cannot dictate him. I went to the Kisii County Sikaso's office, Mr. Mayudi.
Kindly summarize it.
Yes. Yeah, so it was a very stressful situation, but we finally made it, courtesy of the Sikaso, who requested another school called Sengera Girls. And we were able to travel, and we traveled late. We traveled at 5, we were able to reach Eldoret at night, and we performed. But I remember that was a very stressful period for me as a person.
Okay, maybe to save on time, we want to look at situations whereby you don't expect it and you cannot relate it to someone else's experience. Some situations that are very difficult for us as trainers. Here we want to look at the performer, but now you as a trainer, if you are not mentally settled, do you think your learners will be able to do what you want them to do? I'll give you a very short experience at a national festival when I had my learners performing. It was a drama festival on the last day. So today is Saturday and they're supposed to perform on Sunday. And you know that usually the boys sleep in a different village from the girls. So as I was preparing to get my officials to get a bus so that we can go collect the boys and convert them at a central place and rehearse, the worst of the worst happened. As my girls were bathing, they are hearing impaired. You know, hearing impaired are very independent, eh? They do their own things. Some of you are neighbors to these people. So they are in the bathroom preparing, and remember this is a learner who is in grade 6. So I rushed to go and get the bus. Usually they prepare themselves. As this girl was washing her panty, she remembered she had not washed her panty because she was excited. They are going for practice, the next day is performance day. So the bathroom had tiles. So the girl slipped. When the girl slipped, remember she's totally deaf. She suffered a fracture of the skull. Then the others rushed to the parking. Teacher comes, so and so is down. At that moment, my mind did not click that we have festival officials, we have the executive committee. My head teacher had rushed to Eastern. We were in Embu to bury a brother. The first thing I thought, because we were like 20 kilometers from town and we did not have our own bus, I remember I met a lady nurse at the venue. The lady looked like a sister-in-law who ran away from my brother. So I told the lady, you look like my sister-in-law. Aki, my brother is a policeman and you are a nurse. Aki, si nimekupenda. I'd taken some kids who had suffered some cold. And Madam Esther, my boss, I'm sorry to ask you to stand up, was in charge of first aid. Thank you, madam. My kids were helped. So that relationship, and I took the name, I was like, my brother gift akiona huyu lady, then ata recover from the one who went. I called that lady. She told me, "Wah, Lillian, you are lucky. I am just 2 kilometers away. Nilikuwa nimeleta ambulance garage na imemaliziwa." They came. The principal of the school was up and down looking for the driver of the bus. This girl had vomited, had produced foam, and she was flat. A very dark-skinned girl, and the head huku nyuma ilikuwa inakaa tomato imefura. To me, that girl was dead. I cried. They came with the ambulance, carried the girl. We left. By the time the news reached the committee through Esther, I was in a private hospital because the government hospital ilikuwa imefanya nini? Ime-strike. They say we need a deposit. I only had 11,000 on my phone. Hiyo nimechanganya na fuliza. Now my payslip and my ID. Remember the other group is crying, and remember they are deaf. They are asked, "Why are you crying?" They are saying, "Venus is dead." They are telling the other teachers, "Venus is dead. Venus is dead." The girl akafanyiwa scan, CT scan. Fracture nyuma. Kupewa results ndio nilikufa kabisa. Like sasa kazi nimefutwa. I'm in a foreign land, I'm new. Then Akina Esther came on board. How fast did you act? The principal was very good. I told Akina Madam Esther, my team is not going to perform, the girls are down. I went through a counseling session and I was told you are going on stage. And remember, this is the main dancer. Believe you me, it was not easy. You are going to take these kids on stage. You have to wipe your tears and tell the others she's okay. So I went back. There's a time I visited catering and they saw so many sodas. Told them, you know, Venus likes eating. Nimemwacha huko catering anakula. Kumbe she was pretending. They were convinced. The following day we had a dance. But where I was seated, I was still crying. I didn't want my kids to see me. Mungu naye ni nani? Position 1 ndio hiyo on the last day. Overall best. Promotion siifate. Then there was no specialist for the skull in Embu. They sent for one from Nairobi. My fingers crossed. He came and he said, how old is the girl? I told him 15. He said, 15 with special drugs, ikitu itashikana. If she was over 16, then we would need a surgery. Decided to call the parent. The parent told me, so you know I'm a single parent, he's a dad. See, that is your girl from nursery. Over the holiday, she stays at your place. Madam, you cannot kill my child. Kama atapumzika, Mungu atakuwa amepe. Psychological preparedness. I was not psychologically prepared. I never thought of it to my paper. Now that is something I wanted you to come up, something that you did not expect and it's hard to come up with. But I really thank our committee, the Ministry of Education and TSC, congratulations. So psychological preparedness means being mentally strong, emotionally balanced, confident and focused, so that one can perform poetry or music and dance confidently and effectively before the audience without being overwhelmed with fear and anxiety. Mr. Shikuku is telling me I have 300 minutes to go. Thank you, my in-law. The day is mine. So here we are not looking at a situation whereby the environment is conducive to the learner. How well is that learner prepared? The learner as an individual, that is the performer. Now my paper will focus on employing multidimensional approach. Most of us will look at what we see physically. I've taken my learner to stage and my learner is shaking. What happens to those trainers behind the scene? When you're in that hall, amepresent mwanafunzi yuko stage na anakaa kama amepanic. You also as a trainer behind the audience, what are you doing? Pressure imepanda, sukari imepanda, si ndio? And when he or she starts at a low key, what happens? Tunakuona huko nyuma hata kama ni shairi unajaribu nini kuconduct, unamwambia true or false? So to me, this psychological preparedness is not only for the performance, but also for you. I wish to call upon two groups that I had. Kindly, very fast. Farouk and the group. We want to see it practically. I have teachers with their learners. Teacher X and teacher Y. Now these teachers are preparing their learners for the festival. Remember, these teachers are known composers, poem writers, they are the best. When we see them, we know that hii shule itafanya nini? Itabeba. But most of the time, we don't know what happens behind the scenes. We want to see what happens behind the scenes. So, you are the ones who are going to tell me what is happening.
Farouk, yes, we are about to go on stage. Can I see your preparedness?
Can I go to the toilet, madam?
Farouk.
I see a flower, so beautiful and radiant.
Farouk, what did I see? You've not introduced yourself.
Sorry, madam, I forgot.
Farouk, remember I have to go to Bungoma.
Bungoma, I am going. And I am carrying that trophy. Whether you go or not, I will go. Giving you the last chance. Or I go for the next person.
Honorable adjudicators.
Farouk, I think I'm tired. Linda, can I see your preparedness? Farouk, you can.
Last chance.
No. Do your last chance behind there. Practice. Linda? Linda, don't look at me. We have 2 minutes to go on stage. Farouk?
Honorable adjudicators, ladies and gentlemen, underclass 2513K, Hassan Farouk from, Madam, is it from 4?
Just continue.
Should I say the county? I'm sorry, madam.
Thank you.
Honorable adjudicators, underclass, underclass 2513K, Hassan Farouk. Madam, I can't.
Okay, that's teacher A. We are going to discuss. Teacher B?
Sina,
Yes, sir.
good morning. Are you ready? You know you're one of my best students. We've always won this class. So I want you to be just confident, okay? Just look at the audience. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Do you feel you're nervous?
No, sir.
Okay. I want you to look at them and just perform. Start.
Waliyasema juzi ridhikana upewacho, wakakiri wapekuzi kipende ukifanyacho.
You're doing good. I need more confidence. Okay? Just relax. Be at that position. Okay? Don't lock yourself. Do you feel nervous? Now, I want you to project because we are winning this class. Are you ready, Asina?
Yes, sir.
Take it.
Waliyasema juzi ridhikana upewacho, wakakiri wapekuzi kipende ukifanyacho. Kwa jala ya Mwenyezi amenipa kifacho, najivunia kipaji sikomi nitakikuza. Shukran.
Amazing. That was very wonderful. Thank you.
Maybe very fast. What is the difference between teacher A and B?
Good morning. My name is Magdalene. My name is Magdalene Mwoki, Ruaraka, Nairobi County. The first teacher seems not to have well prepared the students for the performance, and she also cannot manage her temper. While the second teacher seems to have prepared the students in time, but I have an issue with the second teacher. This is my honest opinion. Avoid statements like we've always taken this thing, because it can make them overconfident. Thank you.
I'm Mary Goret Marungu from Busia. The first teacher did not also have the confidence in herself. She was not able to give the boy who was performing the confidence to encourage the boy to perform. And also there was a lack of respect
they presented themselves like equals. So the boy did not do it well. The second teacher, I want to commend him. He was confident and he believed in himself. And he gave the girl the courage. The girl herself did not listen to what was happening behind. The girl had the confidence and believed in herself, and she made it.
Thank you very much. We've seen the first teacher, as what our colleagues have said. For the first teacher, the first teacher is working under pressure, and that is most of us. You come with the verse, you give the learner, and you are like, since she performed it last year, then she must do it better this year. Then when you come to the second teacher, according to him, the learner has been performing this class. But you know, each year is a new year, even to you as a teacher, true or false? Now, when you look at psychological preparedness, we are looking at the cognitive. But remember, we cannot open up the learner's mind and see what is there. Whatever that is happening in the mind, we are able to see it physically. And this is shown by increased heart rate. How do you know that this learner has got an increased heart rate? The rate at which the learner is delivering the lines, and even the shaking of the voice. Then there is also trembling, some tremble, to an extent that adjudicators are like, teacher, you are called by the adjudicator secretary. Kindly mwalimu, peleka mtoto kando, mwanzo atulie, then you'll come back. Have you ever experienced that? And then we have muscle tension. Yani, mtoto amekauka paka wewe mwenyewe as an adjudicator, you are like, no, this kid is not okay. When I was still in regular school, I liked performing the Mijikenda dances and folk. I had a very good soloist and she was in class 3, leading those in upper primary. Till the day we got to regionals, I realized that I had not worked. She used to be called Nema. She got on stage. The moment the bell rang for her to start singing, believe you me, the first thing she did, she urinated on herself. Na kuna tiles watu wanaona. To me, I was like, I am finished. I'm not going to the nationals. And remember, before she got on stage, those who have adjudicated music in Coast, you know how competitive those classes are. So she saw the big boys from the other counties and girls doing it. So she urinated on herself. To me, nikasema kuisha, sijui kama ataperform. Huyo msichana aliimba. She danced, and I made it to the nationals at Kasarani. But there's something that I never did, because that urinating on herself, she was overage for that class, class 3. But what I learned when I was doing this paper is that I failed to psychologically prepare her. Because during those classes, the halls in Coast are full. And the team that comes before you, mtu wangu itakuuzia uoga. They are very hot teams. So these are ways in which physiological manifestation of a child who is not psychologically prepared. Now, how do we overcome this as teachers? Apart from rehearsing, what are you supposed to do? And this should come before you start rehearsing. We have bought booklets. We are ready to go and start. And thanks to the committee, because we are starting early. We are starting in term 1 and we are going to start competing in term 2 around May or maybe the first week of June. But what are you supposed to do? What are the common practices that you as a teacher, you are supposed to do? We know we've gone through very harsh hands and very harsh teachers. It's like, you must do it. Upende usipe. Some of us even in TTC, we were told at some point, you are like, ay, hii masomo na hii mazoezi. You know in TTC unapiga mazoezi overnight. Aki nitatoboa. Then you decide to walk out. The first thing in the morning, kwa dean of students. You either take academic leave or you continue with music. We are preparing you to be a teacher. There is no way out. Once you are in, you are in. Are we together? Especially if they've seen the potential in you. Now this is what you're supposed to do. I'll move very fast. The first thing you need to do is to help your performer develop an emotional connection with whichever piece you are giving him or her. Be it poetry, be it music, be it playing of the instrument. Very, very important. Help the performer understand the meaning of the piece. Many a times we give our learners pieces that they don't understand. You know, we have kids who are very good in rote learning, even in our public schools, lower primary. And I think that is where most of us usually cry and we are like, competing with the private. No! We've not developed the language well with our learners because of the challenges of the numbers. But when you decide now to train maybe poetry or a set piece that is in English, sit down with your child. Go line by line. Let that child understand the message that he or she is passing across. Because you know, a message that you don't understand, it's very difficult for you to have the body language, your facial expression, and even enjoying. Because all in all, yote tisa, la kumi ni achievement, sindio? An achievement. Did your performer enjoy the piece he or she is presenting? That is the big question. Or did she appear there as the way we have this speaker? You can imagine, I go and hide, and then you just hear my voice. Tuko pamoja walimu? Help the performer understand the rules or the guide to be observed when presenting the piece. What should we do? What should we not do? They need to understand. And why is it so? At what point is she supposed to be loud, and at what point is she supposed to be soft? If you've been keen since day one, you realize that there is a very minimal difference between elocution and music. Have you realized that? They go hand in hand. Discuss the emotions behind the piece. This piece that my learner is presenting, what does stanza 1 say? Which emotion is my learner supposed to portray? You know, the young ones, they are usually excited, especially the ones that we pick to perform, whether it's a set piece or a set verse or even playing an instrument. Once you get one who is confident, she's going to smile all through. At what time is she supposed to go low, depending with the piece? It's possible for you to have a piece that whereby the learner is just happy throughout, but you need to help the learner to understand the emotions behind the piece. Encourage personal connection to the poetic lines, the lyrics, or the rhythm. A learner is playing drums very well. And funny enough, this is an ensemble, the child is just straight. Na tupigia ngoma. The learner mwenyewe amesimamishwa kama jeshi. Very keen, umemwekea masharti magumu. This child has to produce the rhythms that you have given him. Let me tell you, the audience usually dictates when the confidence goes down. But it's hard for them to dictate that the line is lost. True or false? The learner might be delivering everything. Amekram, you have rehearsed. But the moment amekuwa shaky kidogo, what happens? He or she loses it all. Sawa sawa. So confidence is very, very important. Number 2, train focus and concentration skills. We had 2 learners here. When Farouk was booed, he got stuck. When Asina was booed, she still continued delivering. Remember, we have a variety of audience among us, especially our learners. By the way, we don't tell them. The high schoolers and junior school children, what happens? They can even start booing before somebody finishes presenting. Remember, we can have a performer starting at a very low tone, just because of stage fright. But with time, what happens? The performer does what? Picks up. So if you have not prepared him or her to execute that piece under pressure, what will happen? He or she will either get lost or even stop doing what? Performing and walk out of stage. First, break pieces into small, manageable sections. We have bought these booklets. By the time you get to school, you'll be like, John, kuja. Then tell your colleagues, huyu John wacha niwaambie mashairi. Huyu hata ndo anaimba church. Unajua babake? Babake John ni Erika Mhaya, anaandika mashairi, nyumbani atafunzwa. Take this. Iko na 6 stanzas. In 2 days time, I expect John to do what? To come and recite everything. I believe in every line, there is a way that the delivery differs. We had Mama Ichololo here when Professor Emily Akuno was presenting. What made that piece sweet? The tonal variation, the facial expressions. Everything goes beat by beat. Train attention control during rehearsals. We are here training. Mary, John, do what? Focus. And you as a teacher, reduce distractions during training. Uko training, you want to call home, hey, unapigia kijana wako wa ng'ombe. Kioko, ulipeleka maziwa kwa hiyo chure. Na kwa mama Mary, na kwa mama boy, kama wakupende ni yangu. Halo. Mbolea. Pitia kwangu uchukue. To be honest, you are in a training session. You need to develop a schedule. The moment you decide training for your learners to take your training seriously, ata wewe eka your phone on silent mode or keep it away. Avoid these ways of training that we've usually had. You start training from games time. They go for supper, they come back. The whole night, in the morning before they go to class. Ata kwa mtihani tunasema you need to work smart. We no longer work hard. Senior. So you need to work smart. Avoid practicing in a noisy environment. Now we are in the CBC era. Since my office is inside the workshop for the craft lessons, pre-tech lessons. So now, nimeamua wanafunzi wangu watakuja wapi? Hapo. Nyundo ziko busy, and there's a lot of noise. You have different groups. These ones are supposed to do poetry. Those ones are supposed to do a set piece. Those ones need a folk song. Please have a schedule for them. Sawa sawa. So that they can focus on what they are doing. Limit practices on specific challenges. E.g. practicing the difficult sport. My learner has captured everything. But there is only one sport that he or she has a problem. Polish that and not under pressure. Mental rehearsal and visualization techniques. For you to do anything. You know these things we have been doing them ata sisi wenyewe kama learners, though our teachers did not prepare us. Anytime I got on stage as a learner, it is very difficult for me to look at the adjudicator in the eyes as much as the teachers said it, even the audience. My focus will be from here, kwenda nyuma. I will never look at them in their eyes. And before I got on stage, for me to judge whether that poem is maybe one that needs excitement or maybe it has a somber mood, I have to cry bitterly behind that stage for me to gather my courage and calm. And my teacher understood that is me. But at college, the first teacher did not understand. Kidogo nifukuzwe stage. Na spare ndio akuje stage. So you need also to understand your children. How do they charge for the stage? Now the mental rehearsal, practice entering the stage confidently, commanding it and owning it. I know many a times we like taking them on stage. Hata kama ni wakubwa, at least ule adjudicator ajue hii ni akapeku, wacha kaende kae. Please avoid that. Some of those moves irritate some adjudicators. They are like, oh, so kapeku amepita ndio nijue item ni yake. Wacha nimweke pale ana deserve. Prepare your child. Even the children in ECD. Teachers of ECD. Can your children get on stage on their own? Can they? Even our SNE children, they can. They can. If you practice, it is possible. They can. Visualize the audience appreciation and smooth delivery. Let them always visualize or meditate the best moments. Lillian Kapeku on stage. All eyes on me. The lady is telling me to visualize, okay? My girl, all eyes on you. Do your thing now. The audience is clapping. We call it gathering the mood. Are we together? Sometimes you see a team, na unaanza kuambia mtu kuja. You did prepare from school na dirishani. Umeona huyo mwanafunzi wa shule ya Mr. Shikuku? Nataka ufanye kama huyo. And even in your demonstrations, surely, have you ever had a trainer who tells you, now shake your waist? Na yeye anachezesha tumbo. I'm saying you shake your waist. He demonstrates, ni tumbo ndio linache. Are you getting me? You are forcing a learner to do different from what you are demonstrating. Imagine a successful performance. Always be positive. Like what Mr. Philip told the learner. That is right. You are the best. I know you will win this. You need to assure them. Remember, you and the child, as a trainer, you must have a very good relationship. A very good one. Let the learners visualize the lyrics or the lines of whatever they are presenting. And if it is an instrument, let them visualize the rhythm. Build confidence and conduct mock performances. CBC, core competencies. We talk of self-efficacy. Self-efficacy does not mean that you have done the right thing. Is it possible for you to have confidence in doing the wrong thing? Huh? Shikuku Shitubi has declared that he is my brother-in-law. It is true. Are we together? Today, you find me with Shikuku Shitubi in Hall 14, extracurricular activities. And when you come in and I'm like, I'm very confident and Shitubi is confidence, utafanya nini? It will appear right, sindio? But wakati nimejikunja, if I look guilty, same to our learners. As they are delivering lines, there is a possibility of losing one or part of the lines. What should they do? Do they get stuck? Even in presenting the set pieces, should they stop and start again? In confidence, the learner can run very fast to the next line. And in that confidence, the learner will deliver. So self-efficacy is a crucial factor in mitigating stage anxiety. Let the student believe in his or her self, even when under pressure. Whether people are booing, whether the marshal has harassed your student. Because again, remember we have the marshals. You have come late, like what Mwalimu has said. And the adjudicators are almost about to release the results for that class. What will you tell your student? Will you also panic? In confidence, go to the stage and deliver. Provide small supportive practice sessions and break the task from simple to complex. We usually teach from known to unknown, so that there is that connection and the smooth transition from what is simple to what is complex. You can present before a small audience, the group ukonayo tuyo yako ya music, or you can call upon a certain class to come and sit, or even your colleagues. Please, we want to have a dress rehearsal. Colleagues, naomba, you come and see. You know what you've trained by yourself? It is hard to get to know that there's a gap. That's why they say 2 heads are better than 1. Invite somebody. Invite even the learners, because we are preparing these learners to come and become trainers. We are preparing them to come and become the teachers. We shall not be there throughout. We are exiting each and every year. Let them come. It will help in building the confidence of that learner. And after that, you can move to a nearby school and say that school A, we are coming with our presentations. And school B, we are going also to, school B will present and will also present yours, and we exchange notes. Very, very important. You can also record the learner's performance for review and feedback. Nimeona Mr. Chokera amesimama. Mr. Etiang nitete neck SNE. Train anxiety management techniques. Positive self-task and affirmations. Let them always visualize success. Who told you that for you to succeed you must be number 1? Who told you that? Can number 10 be successful? It depends on how you measure your success. Deep breathing exercises, light physical exercises, very, very important. Teaching the performers to convert nervous energy to excitement. Are you feeling nervous? No, relax, my guy. Ebu, shake a bit, ruka juu. You find me really like the Adjudicators. They're like, Mary. Nani alisema Mary si mrembo? Mary, Mary, Mary kanaanza, kanafanya vituko na mapengo yake. Now that is Mary. Get on stage, Mary. And you think that they are mad. They are not. Then you need also to help them rehearse thoroughly so that they know the song or poem intimately. By rehearsing until it is their second nature, inakuwa kwa fingertips. Very, very important. Simulate pressure by practicing in high stress and low consequence environment. Hizo za wenye watabu, kwenye kuna pressure, they need to do it. Creation of a positive environment. My time is up. I'll move very fast. You'll get my paper. Promote teamwork and support. And when I talk of teamwork, it is not only you and your colleagues. You can have teamwork with your learners. A learner has a right to tell you, hey, mwalimu, me, I feel like, you know, you bring up these children without knowing. This line, mbona teacher ungeeka hii rhyme? Provided the message is not distorted. And is it workable? Reason with your child. And that is why we have CBC. Avoid harsh criticism or humiliation. Wewe, mesikia madam amwambia, Bungoma nitaenda. Na wewe ama bila, Bungoma lazima nifi? Waza kusema, me I knew it. The head teacher alisema useme, na mimi venye unatembea huwa sipendi kabisa. Why did you give me this learner? It is very wrong. I wanted so and so, ni venye tu yuko mgonjwa. If so and so comes back, she will replace you. It is wrong. Please avoid that. If all of us were air materials, kazi zingine zingefanywa na nani? Think about that. Wanasema tafakari ya babu. Build trust between you, the trainer, and the performer. By the way, inasaidia kimpango upande wetu. Wakati kimeumana kwa institution and you are told watapelekwa na mwalimu so and so. Si watabeba matawi uende na wewe mwenye umetrain. I've said that in a lot on. Physical activity is very important. Many of us say that music is not games. Please no. It is very, very important. They serve as mechanism for emotional regulation. Very, very important. These are any body movement, including vigorous activities, running. We only see what wa dance wakiambiwa waende morning run. Who told you that the one playing the instrument doesn't need to run? Who told you that those who are doing poetry don't need to run? It is very, very important. Remember, we are talking of emotional regulation. Moderate activities, walking, stretching, performing yoga. The vigorous activities not only improve physical health, but also have significant psychological benefits, such as reduced levels of stress and anxiety. Please, ukipanga vigorous activities, usiwapatie kama punishment. They need to enjoy, and to make them better, you also need to be part and parcel of them. Don't sit in the hall and tell them, huko kwa uwanja, raundi 10. I'm looking at you. Be part and parcel of them, run with them. So that when you also come to perform, usianze to demonstrate a dancing style and you are partying. Then when she starts panting, unaanza kusema, huyu hata hajafanya mazoezi ya kutosha. Look at how she's panting. No, it is wrong. Let it begin with you. And to crown it all, psychological preparedness is not a luxury in performance. It is a necessity. It is not a luxury. Even you as an adult, turudi kwa main square ya nyumbani, when you are not psychologically prepared. When you are not psychologically, mambo si yataporomoka. And the one who knows you best will be like, today, Mlamwa, you've not delivered. Are we together? So it is very, very important. Our mindset shapes the quality of what we deliver. Very, very important. Skills such as goal setting, visualization, emotional regulation, positive self-talk, focused attention, and practical tools that allow one to perform with clarity, confidence, and resilience. Teachers, Preparation is more than rehearsing the task itself. It is more than that. It is training the mind to respond effectively under pressure. Music is very challenging. Unaamka asubuhi, kama tuko na moguls hapa, mimi ni mogul mwenzenu, tukueni wapole. Utaprepare timu asubuhi, mumelala shule, ukaamka saa 10, basi itakuja usiku saa 4. Kama vile mwalimu amesema. So, it is very, very important to prepare your learners psychologically. Tell them, despite everything, it shall be well. A positive mind is very, very important. When we learn to manage anxiety, instead of fearing it, to reframe setbacks as feedback and to stay present rather than overwhelmed, we unlock consistency and peak performance. I can see people taking photos. My time is up. And I wish to leave you with this. When a student walks on a stage alone, whether as a group or as an individual entity, they carry your voice in their head. Whether it is a poem, whether it is a song or playing an instrument, that student is carrying your voice. All the instructions that you've given, make sure it's one that steadies them. I beg to end there, though I had started.
Let us appreciate Madam Lillian, in a special way. Throughout the performance, people asked questions, people reacted, and I want to spare that time, maybe just for one question, one like this. If there is, I know it was okay. You will write it and so that we share. I want us to appreciate Madam Lillian, the beautiful, my beautiful sister-in-law, in a special way. Pick some flowers, my blue, my red, my yellow, my orange. Aya, take to her. Take to her again. Thank you so much. Well done. Next item.
Let's appreciate the session chair. Tumitafutie ugali ya brown, ugali ya white. Kuna hata ile yellow wenye alizaliwa before 1980. Patia yeye. Sasa ugali mnatandika, ugali unapeana tupa na chapa. Kuna itikadi ambazo zinakuja na vyakula. Wakati huu ningependa kumkaribisha mwenyekiti wa kikao ambacho kinafuatia. Akaribie. Prof is going to be coming to us. Peter. Naambiwa Peter, ukiongea kwa Kiswahili wakati mwingine wakisi Kiswahili usumbua. Ni ukweli? Haya, mmenyamaza. As he comes, we want to appreciate all of us. At some point, there was an observation. Most of us are consulting quite a bit outside this auditorium. Unfortunately, we are the same people who will be going out there for adjudication and training. And we are the same people who will be useful here next year as bad examples. This is where the discourse is. I'm just urging that if all of us could be able to sit through the session, unless it's completely necessary that you have to take a brief out. At this point, allow me to welcome the session chair, Bwana Peter Onyancha. Na atatuzungumzia leo kwa Kiswahili.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I've been challenged to attempt Kiswahili. Ingawaje Kiswahili changu ni chepesi, utaniruhusu kwanza nizingatie itifaki iliyoko ambayo iliorodheshwa tangu siku ya kwanza. Nikiwashukuru nyote kwa kufika. Ningependa kusema mawili matatu kuhusu profesa wa Kiswahili ambaye ataongea nasi siku ya leo. Sio mwingine bali ni Profesa Iribe Mwangi ambaye ni mwenyekiti wa idara ya Kiswahili katika chuo kikuu cha Nairobi, University of Nairobi. Na profesa ametunukiwa HSC na rais kutokana na kazi yake ya tafsiri ya stakabadhi za bunge. Katika lugha ya Kimombo tunasema Hansard in Parliament. Ni mwanachama wa Kenya National Academy of Sciences nambari 234 na ni wachache tu ambao wako katika chama cha MKNA. Kwa hivyo na kisha ana zaidi ya machapisho 100 katika vitabu na majarida. Yeye pia ni mwandishi ambaye mambo yake utayapata katika makala ya Taifa Leo, na pia ni naibu rais wa chama cha ukuzaji wa Kiswahili duniani, ama ukipenda Global Association for the Promotion of Kiswahili. Makao makuu yako pale Pittsburgh, Marekani, United States of America. Profesa amewafunza wengi pamoja na kuna yule ambaye pia profesa amefunza kwa nyumba yangu, na wengine pia nimekutana nao hapa pia nimeshuhudia. Kwa hivyo I would easily say you also my teacher in law, sababu nimefunza wengine. Tafadhali tumpatie mkono anapokuja kuongea nasi profesa.
Asante sana Peter. Kwetu kama mtu kama huyo hupewa mbuzi, kwa hivyo nitatarajia baada ya hapa tutaonana. Asanteni sana. Ulisema jana kusimamia vizuri kwa masuala ya muda. Katika Kiswahili tuna msemo wa maneno matatu ambao tunasema sitasema, lakini unaishia na zana. Kwa Kiingereza wanasema it takes two to tango. Kwa hivyo nitatarajia hivyo. Asanteni. Kwenye ratiba mlizonazo, mada yangu ni tofauti kidogo. Kamati ilinipatia mada nzuri, lipi linahitajika, mbinu na mikakati ya utunzi wa mashairi ya wadhamini. Nami na kiherehere changu nikaongezea na uwasilishaji. Kwa hivyo nikarefusha makala yangu kwa namna ambayo sikufaa kufanya, na nimeambiwa tuna tatizo la muda, kwa hivyo baadhi ya niliyopanga kufanya sitayafanya, lakini nitarejelea yale muhimu ili yaweze kutufaa, yaweze kutusaidia. Kwa sababu ninayoelezea yatawasaidia hata wale wanaowasilisha mashairi katika lugha nyinginezo, nitajaribu mara chache kutaja baadhi ya mambo kwa Kiingereza, lakini wasilisho ni kwa Kiswahili. Mambo nitakayoyashughulikia ni kwanza utunzi wa mashairi hayo ya wadhamini, na katika utunzi ambapo nitachukua muda zaidi nitazungumzia haswa mambo matatu: umuhimu na ufaafu wa shairi unalotunga, kwa Kiingereza ni importance and relevance. Pili, ubunifu, creativity. Ubunifu umezungumziwa, Profesa Akuno alizungumzia ubunifu, na nafikiri Shujaa pia alizungumzia ubunifu. Tutataja kitu mara hii katika ushairi, na kisha uhalisia na uasili, ama kile tunachoweza kusema ni originality kwa Kiingereza. Hayo ndiyo mambo tutakayozungumzia katika ubunifu. Kisha nitazungumzia swala la matamshi ama sauti, nitalizungumzia kwa mielekeo miwili, na hatimaye mbinu za uwasilishaji nitazizungumzia, na kisha namna ambavyo waamuzi wanavyofasiri shairi. Katika kutanguliza, nitasema kwamba utunzi wa mashairi ni jambo ambalo tunasema ni changamano na linahitaji umakinifu sana katika kulitekeleza, na hii ni kwa sababu mbili. Kwanza, ni lazima ukiwa mtunzi ufikirie kuhusu usanii, kwa sababu ni kitu cha kisanaa na kitakachotumiwa katika kuburudisha na kufunza na mambo mengine kama hayo. Lakini juu ya hayo kuna ujumbe wa mdhamini, sio ujumbe ulioufikiria, ni ujumbe ambao umepewa na mdhamini na lazima uzingatie. Hayo mambo mawili ni muhimu na yanafanya jambo hili kuwa changamano zaidi. Na jambo la kukumbuka kila unapoketi kutunga shairi la mdhamini ni kukumbuka kwamba shairi lile litasikizwa. Ni swala la sauti, sio kwamba litasomwa. Yule ambaye ameketi ama hadhira wanasikiza kile kinachosemwa. Hilo ni muhimu sana. Kwa hivyo unapotunga, tunga ukifikiria kuhusu sauti. Na sio kufikiria tu. Mtunzi mzuri hutamka mwenyewe. Unaandika ubeti, unausoma. Na unapousoma, ukipata ugumu fulani, iwe ni katika mshororo ama katika kipande fulani cha mshororo huo, ujue kwamba kutakuwa na ugumu wa kimasikizi. Hadhira itapata ugumu kuelewa kile unachokisema. Kwa hivyo ukipatana na jambo kama hili, muhimu ni kusahilisha kwa namna ambayo utasoma kwa urahisi na anayekusikiza ataweza kukuelewa kwa urahisi. Kumbuka kwamba wewe una nafasi ya kuandika mara 2, mara 3, una nafasi ya kufuta, na mnapofanya mazoezi mnaweza kurudia mara 2 ama mara nyingi tu, lakini hadhira haina nafasi kama hiyo. Ina nafasi moja tu ya kumsikiza mwasilishaji, lakini hadhira hiyo mdhamini anatarajia ipate ujumbe wake kwa kukusikiza mara moja. Kwa hivyo unapotunga ni muhimu sana ukumbuke hilo, kwamba hadhira haina nafasi mbili. Kwa hivyo nataka nizungumzie mbinu na mikakati ya utunzi na uwasilishaji kwa kuzingatia vigezo muhimu ambavyo hutumiwa katika uamuzi katika tamasha hili. Vigezo muhimu ambavyo hutumiwa katika uamuzi. Lakini ninaposema vigezo muhimu, ni vema tukumbuke kwamba ni vigezo ambavyo vinategemeana. Kwa hivyo nikitaja kuhusu kimoja, ninaweza kukirejelea kwa sababu vinategemeana, na sio tu kutegemeana, vinajalizana. Kila kigezo kinajaliza kingine, kiwe ni cha ubunifu, kiwe ni cha sauti, na haswa vinakamilishana. Kwa hivyo huwezi kuzungumza kuhusu kigezo kimoja cha utunzi na kusahau vigezo vingine. Kigezo cha kwanza nitakachokizungumzia ni umuhimu na ufaafu. Katika mashairi ya wadhamini hapa hatuna tatizo kubwa. Kwa sababu gani? Kwa sababu umepewa dhamira. Kwa hivyo kuhusu ufaafu na kuhusu dhamira tayari unayo. Hayo mambo mawili umepewa. Lakini ninataka kusema kwamba hata unapopewa mambo hayo, unapewa dhamira, lakini si lazima iwe bayana. Inaweza kuwa dhamira ambayo ni fiche, fumbo. Nataka nitoe mfano kutoka KMF 2025, kile kijitabu. Kulikuwa na dhamira, nafikiri ilikuwa ya mwanabima Jubilee, ilikuwa power is owning your tomorrow. Power is owning your tomorrow. That was the theme. Yani, uwezo ni kumiliki kesho yako. Hiyo dhamira si bayana hata kidogo. Sasa ni jukumu lako kama mtunzi kuifikiria, na vile vile bali na kuifikiria uweze kutafuta namna ya kuisaidi ili ieleweke na wale wanaosikiza. Inamaanisha lazima utazame nje ya dhamira hiyo. Because what is owning your tomorrow? Unaona? Sasa lazima utazame nje ya maneno ambayo yametumika, na katika kufanya hivyo ndivyo ambapo utasaili upekee wako. Kwa sababu hakuna watu wawili watakaoweza kufasiri dhamira kama hiyo kwa namna moja. Haiwezekani. Na nimesema ni mambo yanayojalizana. Sasa hapa ndipo ubunifu unapoingia, kwamba ili uweze kuwa relevant, yale unayosema yawe faafu, lazima uifasiri ile dhamira kwa namna inayofaa. Kwa hivyo nimesema tayari tumepewa dhamira, hilo sio tatizo kwa swala la ufaafu, lakini tujue kwamba dhamira ile inaweza kuwa si wazi, imebanwa. Na kuna njia ya pili pia, inaweza kuwa haijabanwa lakini ni refu sana, ina mambo mengi. Nimerejelea tena dhamira mbili kutoka kwa 2025 mwongozo wa KMF. Moja ni ya KICD, developing the creative economy through creativity and imagination in music and elocution. Ona dhamira kama ile, ina mambo mengi. Apart from developing the creative economy, kuna masuala ya creativity, imagination na mengine. Sasa ni jukumu la mtunzi kuchukua dhamira kama hii pana, aipakue vizuri ili aweze kuona yale muhimu ya kuzingatia. Kuna nyingine pia ya equity, securing lives transformed and wealth created through life, health and wealth. Kuna mambo mengi katika dhamira kama ile. Sasa unapoichukua uipakue vizuri, uielewe, uone ni yapi utakayopatia kipaumbele ili uweze kuyaangazia katika utunzi wako. Katika kufanya hivi, mtunzi ataweza kuteka akili ya hadhira. Ukiipakua vizuri na kuibana na kuifinya, basi utaweza kuiteka akili ya hadhira na wataweza kukusikiza. Kisha ukipata mambo kama haya mapana hivi, utafanya nini? Utahitajika kuyapatia umahususi. Ni mengi, yanahusu mambo mengi, unaweza kusema mengi, lakini angazia kile utakachokisema na kiwe mahususi, kiwe kinalenga kitu fulani. Usiseme mambo mengi kama inavyojitokeza katika dhamira yenyewe. Na hatimaye nataka kusema kwamba sio lazima kila kitu unachokisema kiweze kudhihirika, kiweze kuonekana. Kuna mambo ambayo yanaweza kufikirika tu katika akili za hadhira, na hii ndio muhimu sana. Kile kinachofikirika, kile anachokiona katika hisia zake kutokana na maneno unayoyatumia. Baadaye nitazungumzia hili kwa upana kidogo, lakini tukumbuke kwamba unapotunga, fikiria sio yale atakayosema mwasilishaji ama ishara atakazotumia, lakini kile ambacho kitatokana na anayoyasema ambacho kinaingia katika hisia za wale wanaosikiza. Nizungumzie jambo la pili. Hilo ni la kwanza, muhimu sana. Unapotunga, je, shairi langu linafaa? Is it relevant? Pili, ubunifu, creativity. Na katika ubunifu nitasema mambo kadhaa. Tumeelezwa mara kadhaa ubunifu ni nini, sitaki kurejelea hayo, lakini tujue kwamba ni utambuzi wa mawazo mapya. Tulielezwa na Shujaa hapa jana kwamba sio lazima yawe mapya kabisa, yanaweza kuwa ni mambo yaliyofanywa lakini umeyachukua na kuyafinyanga upya, umebadilisha mambo, umeyapatia uasili wako. They now become original kwa sababu umeyabadilisha. Na jambo lingine nalotaka kusema kuhusu ubunifu ni kwamba ubunifu ni ujuzi. It's a skill. Skill tofauti na talent. Ubunifu sio kipawa, ni ujuzi, na kama tujuavyo ujuzi wowote unaweza kukuzwa. Ndivyo tunapofanya kila wakati kama walimu, tunakuza ujuzi. Ujuzi unaweza kuboreshwa, unaweza kuwepo, unaweza kuboreshwa, unaweza kufunzwa upya. Kwa hivyo ni tofauti na kipawa, ni tofauti na talanta ambayo huwezi kuifanyia chochote. Umepewa kipawa na Mungu, unacho basi. Lakini ujuzi hufunzwa na kukuzwa. Hilo ni muhimu sana kwa sababu ndilo tunalolifanya. Na unapotunga shairi unafaa ukumbuke hivyo, kwamba unafaa kujiboresha kama mtunzi, na unaweza kujiboresha. Unaweza kujifunza namna ya kutunga. Watu wengi husema mara kwa mara, mimi sina kipawa cha utunzi wa mashairi. Sio kipawa, ni ujuzi ambao mtu anaweza kujifunza na kuboresha. Jambo lingine muhimu, na naomba niliseme, ni kwamba unapotunga, patia hadhira nafasi ya kuhisi, kuwaza na kufikiria na kufanya uamuzi wake. Usiwaambie sijui kama neno nalotaka kulitumia linafaa, lakini naomba mniruhusu nilitumie. Msihubirie hadhira. Don't preach to the audience. Usitake hadhira ifanye vile unavyosema. Ieleze kwa namna ambayo inaweza kufanya uamuzi kwa kufikiria. Wamehisi, wameona, na kwa hivyo wanabadilika kutoka ndani, wanabadilika wao wenyewe internally. Usiwashawishi. Nikiangalia tena, kwa sababu nilikuwa narejelea kijitabu cha mwaka jana, kuna mashairi mengi ambayo tungechora picha ambayo atahisi yule anayesikiza pasipo kumwambia atakavyofanya. Fikiria kuhusu bima. Pasipo kumwambia mtu bima ni muhimu na nini na nini, unaweza ukaichora picha vizuri ya mtu ambaye ametumia bima fulani na ambaye hakutumia, hakuchukua ama hakulipia. Masuala kama ya punda, sio lazima useme kila wakati punda anafanya, punda anafaa. Kuna namna ambapo unaweza kufanya hata yule anayesikiza aone kweli hapa kuna jambo. Kwa hivyo kuna mashairi kama hayo, na nataka kusema kwamba tusijaribu kushawishi. Kuna swali lililoulizwa sana na watunzi wakati benki ya Equity ilianza kudhamini, nilikuwa naulizwa tunafaa kutohoa hili neno Equity, tuandike kwa Kiswahili Equity, ama tuliache kwa Kiingereza, na jibu langu ni kwamba sio muhimu utakalolifanya. Ukitaka kutohoa, tohoa, Kiswahili kinakubali. Ukitaka kulitumia kama lilivyo ni nomino halisi, Kiswahili kinakubali, tumia. Lakini ni lazima uitaje? Hilo ndilo lilikuwa swali langu. Lazima uitaje katika kila mshororo kwa sababu ndiye mdhamini? Naona kama nimesema sana, wacha nitie break kidogo. Nilitaka tufanye zoezi lakini nimeamua tufanye mtu mmoja mmoja ili tuweze kuokoa muda. Namuomba, kuna kijana wangu hapa anaitwa Idrisi. Yuko wapi Idrisi? Na yule mwenye microphone amsaidie. Idrisi, jo. Nataka tusikie mashairi mawili kuhusu mdhamini mmoja, kisha wenyewe tufanye uamuzi, sitauliza maswali.
Na shukran sana Profesa. Mfano wa kwanza, kwa hisani ya Equity Group daraja 2146K, mfano wa shairi la lugha chapwa ama lugha kavu ama lugha nyepesi au shairi nadharia ama inconvenience poem. Anwani nimetoa kama alivyosema Profesa, nikaita Equity, ambapo nimesema ni utoozi finyu, ashakumsima tusi, ni ubunifu wa kiwango cha chini. Ubeti wa kwanza, ni benki yetu hakika, benki yenye pesa nyingi, wapewa unachotaka, unapata pesa nyingi, kweli Equity tajika, leo tayasema mengi, Equity wewe Equity, unang'ara kama mwezi. Mengi imetufanyia kwenye yetu matamasha, pesa wametupatia, Equity wafurahisha, Equity na wasifia, wanalipenda tamasha, Equity wewe Equity, unang'ara kama mwezi.
Hayo ndio mengi tuliyoyasikia wale ambao walihudhuria tamasha mwaka jana, lakini tusikie la pili.
Na la pili nimelita nuru, ruwaza zenye maono, dhahiri tazing'amua, mikakati ya vinono inayotusaidia, yamekithiri mavuno kwetu kutumulikia, tuikumbatie nuru, tuijenge kesho njema. Nuru ya mabadiliko kwa siku njema zijazo, endelevu na mashiko, imemulika vikwazo, liwe ni jukumu lako, haijalishi uwezo, tuikumbatie nuru, tuijenge kesho njema.
Sawa, asante. Kwa hivyo hayo ni mashairi mawili yanahusu mdhamini, lakini kuna ule ubunifu. La kwanza, tumeambiwa mambo kama yalivyo kwenye kile kijitabu, ule ujumbe umechukuliwa moja kwa moja na tunaanza kuelezwa. Lakini je, unapohisi kuhusu hisia katika akili yako, utakumbuka nini zaidi? Ukisikia nuru, utaanza kufikiria hii nuru ni nini, imefanya nini? Kwa hivyo inampatia msikizaji nafasi ya kuwaza na kuandaa hisia zake. Na kutokana na hilo, kwa sababu tunasema katika utunzi wa mashairi ni muhimu tuweze kutumia hisia zote tano inapowezekana, kwa sababu tunajua kuna baadhi ya wenzetu wenye changamoto moja ama nyingine, lakini inapowezekana, acha hadhira ione, iache inuse. Kama unazungumzia uvundo fulani, hebu auhisi huo uvundo. Kama ni mtu mchafu, hebu amuone ile picha, waione. Kama unazungumzia kitu ambacho ni chungu, ukionja, hebu waonje. Kwa hivyo unapatia hadhira nafasi ya kuwazia pasipo kuwaambia, kuwashawishi kwa kurudia na kutajataja. Nataka tusikie shairi la pili na la tatu amefuatana.
Naam. Brook East Africa, shairi la punda. Lugha chapwa, shairi nimeliita punda naumia sana. Anwani: ninafanya kazi punda nyingi kweli kweli, kila kitu mimi punda nafanya lile na hili, ninadhulumiwa punda kwa vile sina wakili, punda naumia sana, nitawapiga mateke. Nitawapiga mateke, punda mimi sitajali, niwaache mteseke, punda ninasema kweli, yakizidi nitoroke, punda nikimbie mbali, punda naumia sana, nitawapiga mateke. La pili nikaliita mbiu au nitunze. Nanukuu bila kani, bayana lifahamike, kauli mbiu hisani, huruma ni hurumike, ni kilindo cha thamani, ubora kithaminike, usisahau fadhila, nitunze nitakutunza. Upatu sijipigii, mangapi na kufanyia, na yauni jamii, mizigo kuwabebea, na yafanya kwa bidii, lengo kukusaidia, usisahau fadhila, nitunze nitakutunza.
Asanteni. Nitawaachia mfikirie kati ya hayo mashairi mawili kuhusu punda. Ni lipi ambalo linateka hisia zako? Ni lipi ambalo unahisi kama unamkosea punda? Ni hili anayekwambia atakupiga mateke, ama ni hili analokuambia ufikirie anayokufanyia? Na kuachia ufikirie. Tusikie lingine, nafikiri la mwisho.
La mitandao. Sawa. Lugha chapwa, mitandao. Alijifanya mjuzi wa mitandao, akawa yeye hawezi. Mitandao kila leo, mitandao waziwazi, kuona mambo ya leo. Mitandao ni hatari, tena ni hatari sana. Mitandao ni hatari mitandao. Ni kweli wala si siri, inaudhi mitandao. Mitandao si mizuri, tukemee mitandao. Mitandao ni hatari, tena ni hatari sana. Lingine nikalita majuto. Zile kwiki na vicheko, kuyapuza makatazo, kukithiri maudhiko, mitandaoni vikwazo, limempata shtuko, yamejiri matatizo, majuto yamedhihiri, sasa ajutia nini? Ilikuwa desturi maovu kuyasakura, kwake akakosa siri, kasambaza ya kukera, leo ametaayuri, imempata hasara, majuto yamedhihiri, sasa ajutia nini? Alikosa tathmini ya dhima ya kusakura, akakosa walakini, wengine akawakera, akawa ajiamini, kumbe ya tele madhara, majuto yamedhihiri, sasa ajutia nini? Shukran.
Asante. Sasa tumesikia mashairi hayo mawili, na ninapozungumza kuhusu hisia na quote unquote mahubiri, tunaweza kujua ni lipi. Sasa tunataka kuangalia lugha tunayoitumia. Je, ina ushairi? Is it poetic? Ama tumechukua tu nathari na kisha tukakatakata na tukasema kwamba hili ni shairi? Hilo ni muhimu, sio kurudia neno lile, na wala sio kushawishi, ni kuteka hisia. Na hilo ndilo analotaka mdhamini. Anataka ukumbuke mambo fulani kumhusu, sio jina linajulikana, au sio? Kama ni hiyo mitandao, siye watataka uteke hisia za wazazi na watoto katika matumizi yasiyofaa ya mitandao.